Welcome to the Trump Breaking News Network, your daily source for up-to-the-minute Trump news. Join us today and every day. Here's today's news.
This is TBNN.
We interrupt this video to bring you a special announcement. We will continue with your video after this short announcement. There is a massive boycott with YouTube and its advertisers happening right now. This boycott threatens our existence, as well as the entire YouTube channel database. You can do a search on Google to confirm this boycott. We urge you to help by supporting our channel with a $1 donation, just $1, to help offset our growing expenses. Our staff is working diligently to keep you informed and up to date on events and intel that you have grown accustomed to receiving. Our staff produce over 70 videos on a daily basis in English and in Spanish. This is a tremendous undertaking. This is why we use a computerized voice, because of the massive amount of information we provide for you. We accept PayPal donations, and our donation link is below in our description. When the boycott is over, we'll let you know. This is a serious situation for YouTube and its advertisers. If you appreciate our channel and the intel that we provide for you, then please consider this much needed $1 donation. I want to personally thank you in advance for your support. Victory of the light. And now, here is your scheduled video.
Donald Trump's anti-China tariff plan is going to make things way more expensive for you. President Donald Trump's opposition to China was one of his signature issues during the 2016 presidential campaign, as well as one of the few issues about which he has held long-standing and consistent positions. Now it looks like he is mulling over some major policies to follow through on his pledges, and it's going to hurt middle-class Americans. President Trump is considering signing an executive order that would attempt to launch investigations into product dumping by non-American companies, which would likely result in an unspecified number of new tariffs, according to a report by Axios. Although the details have not yet been hammered out, early reports indicate that steel and aluminum will be among the imports covered by the new order. The order could also make household appliances more expensive, since China and South Korea are two major players in the appliance market. Other consumer goods could also be affected, while the stock market could take a hit when the tariffs impact companies that depend on cheap steel. Secretary of Commerce Wilbur Ross told Axios through a spokesman that trade negotiations and discussions should happen in the boardroom, not in the press room. Meanwhile, another White House official told the site that the administration will use the results of that investigation to determine the best path forward, which could potentially include everything from no action at all to the levying of supplemental duties. But whichever action we take will be informed by the results of the investigation and not by predetermined conclusions. Trump's focus on steel is primarily targeted at China, on which Trump spent a great deal of time denouncing during his 2016 presidential campaign. Trump has stopped pushing for some of his more aggressive threats against a nation that he claims is ripping America off in trade, such as imposing a 45% tariff on Chinese imports or labeling them as a currency manipulator. His focus on steel is far less aggressive than either of those two measures would have been, since Chinese steel imports only comprise a few percentage points of the current trade deficit.
That's the news. Join us here every day. Be sure to subscribe and click the bell. See you next time.
This is TBNN.